stop drinking? When did I stop drinking? It feels like forever. It's boring. Oh my God, it's boring.
Golden-haired songstress Adele said it, not us. But does she have a point? Is a sober social life likely to be a bit of a boring one?
I'm going to be honest. Yes, it was. For me, the initial period where it felt boring, I was willing to go through that while I figured out how to have fun and how to live my life.
But it's not an issue with being on the wagon. The issue is the way adult society seems to revolve around booze, particularly as more of us are choosing to drink less. What is boring is when people can't process your sobriety no matter the reason.
Can you drink on over here?
No, I don't drink. This is just Coke Zero.
What do you mean you don't drink?
I would share with people, no, I don't drink. And they're like, just one, come on, no, we won't tell anyone. And they couldn't understand.
It can be dull when everyone around you is 3 sheets to the wind while you're 1 ply dry.
I love you. I love you.
It's really good meeting you now.
I kind of get to a point in the night when it's like the conversations are repeating, people don't even make sense anymore, and I just remove myself.
Booze is everywhere, and sadly, sometimes when it's removed, the world retracts into a no-fun zone.
Could you guys please try to keep it down? We're trying to start a bottle tournament.
Well, joining us now is Claire Robbie, who's the founder of No Beers Who Cares. So what do you think, Claire? Is it a desert of dullness out there for non-drinkers?
It can be, and it definitely is a bit of a desert of dullness the first couple of years. Well, it was for me. I had to really relearn how to have fun. It was almost like learning a new language because I'd relied so heavily on alcohol to be my personality and to be my excitement and all that kind of stuff. So to relearn how to socialize and do all those kind of things without alcohol was actually not just hard, but incredibly dull at times.
Any tips you can give us to maybe fast-track the process?
To fast-track the process, keep socializing. Keep socializing. Also, in the time you create, well, for me, giving up drinking created so much more time. So I created No Beers Who Cares and found a group of people to socialize with who didn't drink and didn't really want to drink, and so we didn't have that deterioration that happens through the night, and we had to figure out different ways to hang out with one another, and a lot of it involved getting outside and doing things that I'd never even really thought of in terms of being social activities.
What's your process for dealing with parties?
So I always think about what I'm going to drink, and 7 years ago when I gave up drinking, there were barely any delicious options. It was like Diet Coke, soda water, tonic type scenario. Nowadays, there are so many different things. I've only just started getting into non-alcoholic beer. I've had a couple and kind of enjoyed them, which was a surprise. And I think the key is to exit early. Definitely exit early, because once you get to that point where there's like a dullness in people's eyes and there's lots of words being slurred and people spitting in your face, not actually spitting in your face, but that's not a good time for a sober person.
We've talked a lot about the boringness, but if you push through it, in a nutshell, what's the good part?
Well, the good part for me is I felt like I got my personality back. I think that's one of the most important things. The clarity, my health. I just had all these blood tests done, and apparently my liver is very young and my kidneys are very young, and I put that down to probably not drinking anymore. Having to acknowledge that I had a problem, that was really embarrassing at first. And then I realized lots of people rely on alcohol, and it's actually not as shameful as I was sort of making it out in my head.
Well, Claire, thank you so much. Your chat has been anything but boring.
Thank you.
Kia ora, everyone. Welcome to Thursday night on the project, and Pax Society is here.
Woo! Woo! Never leaving.
Welcome. Great to have you here. We love having you on the show, and actually kind of appropriate that you're here tonight because you've never drunk.
Yes, I've never had any alcohol, and I feel like that's actually been a real bonus in my life because I feel like I've been forced to develop some social skills that my friends growing up weren't forced to develop because they had the crutch of alcohol to be a little bit more sociable or a little bit more, you know, upbeat, whereas I didn't have that.
Yeah. Tell you what, that alcohol crutch is really good for, though. That's hooking up with people. And I know that your wife is sober too. So how did you guys ever get together?
I just awkwardly tapped her on the shoulder, and then she turned around and I said, hello. Yeah. And then we awkwardly conversed for years and years. Until eventually she kissed me on the lips.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You have a different problem, and you and I are great friends, but you are really fun when you're drinking. And everyone knows that when Josh is drinking, it's going to be a party. So that's quite a bit of pressure for you.
Yeah, it's like a, you know, I'm a good times guy, and like I would like to think I'm a good times guy at most stages of being quite drunk. And unfortunately, what it does, it just encourages heaps of people to give me a lot of booze. And like it's kind of fun, but like it's kind of tough because the only person it's bad for is me. Like, because like, you know, the next day, and you know, now that I'm a dad, and like I don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to be. I just can't. I'm too old. I just like can't spend the entire day written off. No, I want to be. And I haven't drunk for a long time now. It's been like 3 hours, but I think I've cut down a lot, and it's been much more fun.
Yeah. Good for you.